Okay. Well, and then so the other beauty of the leveling system is this idea of voting. So when, I know this is down the line, but Russ was asking how many nodes will be needed before we have voting, or is that the right question, or is it more like how many blocks down the
No, it's
line?
not the right question. It's more like when will the voting system exist? And my answer to that is as soon as the trade portal exists.
Okay.
But
So
the trade portal is the main focus right now. Like growing the network and building the trade portal are the two things that we need to do right now. As soon as that's done, yes, the voting system is the next thing that I want to start implementing.
So the beauty of the voting system, and this kind of relates to some of the problems with Bitcoin, is Bitcoin's core, Bitcoin Core, which is the actual kind of protocol, which is is centralized in a bit. There are developers who work on that, and it's via the consensus of the miners and the nodes that they agree that this is Bitcoin. That it's pretty immutable. In other words, if a new technology like quantum computing comes out that can somehow quickly defy the encryption of it's like 1 in like 13 trillion or whatever to beat a hash, but somehow let's say quantum computing makes that a joke, and now Bitcoin's got serious issues, it has to go through a ton of consensus
Hard
issues to
forks.
fix hard forks and stuff. The beauty of this like voting system is that we can use the voting system to make changes to the network, to the network design,
So yeah,
correct?
we've basically taken the same idea that Bitcoin has, is like the miners, they're the ones who get the say because they're the ones who are running the network, right? But we say, okay, yeah, kind of, but that's not really what's going on, because there's a bunch of like greedy miners who are just like buying a bunch of machines just so that they can dominate and make as much money as possible. They're not really caring about the network. They're not even running a full node. They don't give a shit. So instead of that, we say the people who have actually been running full nodes and proving themselves to the network and thus have a level that has gone up, and then they say, now I'm level 5, I've been doing this for a long time, don't mess with me, I'm a mentor, right? Those people, because they're obviously real people, they've been online, have been proving themselves online for that long a period of time, and they've been signing blocks and doing what mentors do and using their computer to do that. They are real. They get a higher vote because they've been proving themselves, right? And so not you can vote as any account, and I think newbies, I'm still trying to decide if I want to give level zeros any vote at all. I don't know, and we can decide that in the community and figure out what we think we want to do there. But I was kind of thinking, yes, they get a vote, but it kind of counts as like a quarter of a vote or something,
And when
so that
and
we
when you
can't have
say I, it's not like you're the decision maker. Let's
right.
make
No,
that very clear.
yeah. When I say I'm just talking about ideas. I'm not like a lot of the ideas are not mine. A lot of the ideas are other people's ideas that I've taken, and I'll give everybody credit for whatever they did. Like, I'm not trying to take credit from anyone or anything like that, or say that it's all me that's doing anything, because it's definitely not. All I feel like I did was make a couple people talk. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm not ever saying like, oh, this is my shit, because honestly, that's the wrong mentality to have. Nobody owns Quartal. Nobody. I don't care whether you think I do. I don't. Yeah. That's another thing that's been driving me nuts. And people are like, well, oh, you must own it. No, no one owns Quartal. Everyone owns Quartal. That's it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's no corporation behind Qortal. There's no ownership. There's no
No, and just
CEO.
because my company is selling the devices that are also open source down to the hardware level, you can go down and buy one and build one yourself, and we'll tell you exactly how and give you our image for a custom kernel to do it. But yes, my company is the one who's building and selling the QORTector. So I need to put like a notice on the website or something, because people were asking me about that too. But yes, my company is doing one thing: building devices that anyone could build and selling cool ones.
Yeah, and what we'll do is we talked about this, having all
And
third
every
party
dollar
hard.
that has come in has gone to development, just FYI.
Yeah.
So there's squashing all these rumors that I'm hearing that are driving me insane.
So, yeah, and we'll, as keep in mind, the one thing I want to stress to the community is like, this is a truly decentralized project. It's
Yes.
literally people doing this mostly out of their own passion to
If
see
the
this
devs
happen.
were not my brothers and have been through a bunch of shit with me and like just were homies, there's no way in hell this would be done, because I didn't pay them anywhere near what they were worth, even though I've put well over what $300,000-$400,000 into this. Like, I don't even know anymore. So much money, but I've not paid them anywhere near what they're worth. These guys are top of the line developers. They're worth fucking way more than I can pay them right now. Like, so if they didn't believe in the concept and didn't believe that after the launch that their founder account was going to make them money, why would they be doing this? Like, I don't know. It irks me when people are like, well, talking about the devs payments. Like, why does that even matter? I've done this all out of my own pocket to make sure that this platform could get built for everyone. Like, and I'm not going to make any money, and I'm actually negative in my bank accounts right now until the trade portal's live, just like everybody else. So
Yeah. Well, putting that all aside, I think it's important for people who want to know more, go to Qortal.org. I'm going to work with.
I made the new how-to page. It's much simpler than it was. I've tried to simplify everything as much as possible, but we need to go over that a little more. Yeah.
And there's a lot of work to be done for adoption. Like, it was hard for me to get a node running on my Mac. It's like
It's hard for me to focus on the website though, because I know it's going to be rebuilt on top of Qortal eventually. So I'm like, it's temporary, but I have to think more in the moment. I'm not very good at that.
And quickly, let's talk about that. So one of the most important things with Qortal, and this is the thing that down the line will actually help, what Alfa Vedic is really excited about as a community, and what a lot of practitioners I know in alternative medicine, alternative truth movements are really excited about, is the idea of this decentralized web hosting that Qortal is going to be focused on, which could be its core functionality. If you want to explain that.
Okay. So Qortal's original concept was to be the trade portal. That's why its name is Qortal. It's a P backwards. Get it? It's a P. It's a Q. It's Qortal. Yeah. But anyways, so that was the original concept behind Qortal, was the trade portal. But as time progressed, I wanted to launch Quora 2. That would be the infrastructure part, right? But then we decided, well, why not just make it all one platform? So we ended up making everything, the concepts that I was going to put into Quora 2, into Qortal, and they all became Qortal. So now Qortal is meant to be infrastructure in all aspects of the word, right? So it's a network, it's a server farm, it's all the stuff that's required to run the internet, right? And instead, it's run on every single individual node device that's running on the network, right? So we've taken out all of the server farms, we've taken out all of the centralized nonsense, and put it into the hands of the people. So the people are now running the server farms, basically, by running whatever device they want, as small as this thing right here, which is one of the devices that I've been building on behalf of my company and selling on behalf of Qortal, the QORTector, which is, as you can see, pretty damn small. And this is the Gen 1 device, which is built off of a Orange Pi Prime. And this is meant to be a minting node. It is meant to be a local service provider. It gives you like local services like data backups and stuff like that for your network. It'll do media service for your local network, for your house. It'll also do Tor gateway, so you have a gateway to like a free VPN that you can use to get by, things like that, get through the Great Firewall of China, yada, yada, yada. So it's also a web server. It does a ton of stuff, right? But it's also meant, its main focus is to be a minting node on the network. Takes 5 watts, 5 volts, 3 amps. Takes nothing. I can run it on a solar panel in the backyard if I felt like it. So this thing here is the idea that the entire world can run on little tiny things like this instead of servers. Yeah.
So yeah, and Bear, we got to get you one of those. Like,
yeah, I got everyone who's on the team. I'm gonna make sure everybody's taken care of.
Yeah, so Bear, the idea with that is you'll plug that in, and that'll be your new router, and that'll allow you to just easily run your own node. And I'll go ahead and sponsor you.
So you can be a minter. You don't have to run a computer all the time. You don't have to run anything that takes a bunch of power. This thing is, you can run it off a USB port.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're out of time now, but some other time I want to entertain more of the applications beyond crypto, just for communications hosting, and because I have a lot of need for that myself.
Eventually,
and I'd like to
everything will be
better.
possible. Right now, we still are in phase 1, so we're just growing the initial network. We need to make sure the network's strong before we build stuff on it. So I made sure to do everything, and not just me. When I say I mean all the collected ideas between everybody that came out into the paper that I wrote. We are trying to make something different here. We are trying to make something that's built correctly. We are trying to make something that is done every step of the way, the best possible way. And yes, that has caused me to be broke and stressed and annoyed in a lot of different times, and scammed out of a bunch of different stuff because of things I was trying to do. But whatever, man, it's worth it. We're here now. It's launched. The Genesis is live. We're 25 days into the live network of Qortal, which is like my life's work coming to fruition, and it's so exciting. And for people who think that I'm gonna disappear, like, you really think I'm gonna disappear now after all the shit that I've been through before, and now finally the thing that I've been building forever is up? You think I'm gonna go anywhere now? Makes no sense.
Amazing. Well, that's a great way to end it on this. I mean, it's live. It's you put years of your life into this and the team. I want to give a
Yeah,
shout
not
out.
just me, tons of people, man. Like,
Yeah, I want to give
the
a shout.
15 founders.
Exactly, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Kat, who's just
Yes, Cat
absolutely
is
crushed it,
amazing.
and Tyga and
LOTW, what up?
LOTW, and just all these guys who have just put so much of their life into this for very little pay. Thank you so much. It's going to really.
Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out too.
Yeah, and then we're
real
gonna
quick, I know.
close this out.
Okay, so in Discord, there's a structure on the left-hand side with the names and lists of people and shit. That is not by any means a structure on Qortal. Okay,
Yeah.
there is no admin on Qortal. There is no, unless it's an admin of a group on Qortal that he created the group. Like everything is different on Qortal, and you guys will all start seeing as soon as we stop using these old crappy platforms and switch over to the better one.
Yeah, exactly. So Qortal will be able to have its own Discord, its own Telegram, its own Twitter. And that for me is the most exciting thing about it. Like
and whether we partner with Discord and get actual Discord to come over onto Qortal, or we build our own, which would only take a week or so, and we've already finished with most of it in QChat, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. So that's really exciting. And for Alfa Vedic, we see ourselves porting off Patreon and using Qortal to do our own decentralized co-op that way.
Streaming stuff we can do before the data storage is live. So we can do a lot of stuff before we have the actual data storage. So we can all talk about that later. But I know we're running out of time. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, guys, just I want to thank both of you. I learned tons today. I followed about 75% of it. It raised a whole bunch more questions, so we need to get back and there's just so much
absolutely.
more.
I think we should do
also
this
studying your
bi-weekly.
site here, so
yeah.
Well,
I'll answer any questions that you have. Like I'm an open book.
Well, this is the thing, Bear. I want to just make sure we get you going, minting ASAP. So just so you're in the network early and you're an early adopter, because as you know, with anything, like if you're an early adopter with any major disruptive technology, it's a win-win. So
think of this as being an early adopter of the internet and every company that's built on top of it.
Well, hey guys, thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat. I want to give a shout out to John McAfee for joining us today, of course, and I'll send him all the info, and I'm gonna hold him to tweeting
hopefully
about
this
it.
Cleared some stuff up for people, and hopefully got some clarity.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining us today. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. If you're watching this on YouTube, share this, please. Subscribe. Follow us on dlive.tv/Alfa Vedic. You can go to alfavedic.com and join us there on our mailing list and see everything where we're at. We are on Telegram, t.me/Alfa Vedic. Join us there. And then on our website, we have our link to our Discord server and everything. So
and Vedic is VEDIC.
Yeah, Alfa Vedic, ALFAVEDIC, like my hat here. And then, of course, you can find out everything about Qortal at QORTAL.org. Qortal.org. As you'll see, it is a truly decentralized platform right now. The website obviously will be all shiny and great looking as I, will help you guys and stuff.
I'll build the final one on Qortal itself, guys. Like I'm not worried about the damn website right now. It's not decentralized yet. Who cares about it?
Exactly. So, but go to Qortal.org. We've got a wiki there, an FAQ, and you can download we're not even calling it a wallet, just the UI, the user interface for the system.
The UI and the core.
And the core to run your node. And then, any more information, you can just jump in our Telegram, t.me/Alfa Vedic, and we will inform you with anything you need to know. So thanks, everybody, for joining us on DLive today, for listening to the podcast. Thanks. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much, Jason, for taking the time today, and Dr. Lando as well. And everybody,
Thanks, Jason.
Have a wonderful day. Thanks.